Hello everybody, welcome to the main video of Tuesday. Yes, I'm still wearing the same thing, and that's because I bulk record stuff just so I can cover a lot of stuff. There's just so much that goes on in the community. And of course, yesterday we did an Alliance Wars showcase video. Thanks to everybody that came out to watch that. We did a little spreadsheet. Of course, like, it's so difficult. When new content comes out it's like, you're going to stream it, you're going to create a video on it, you're going to create an infographic on it, you're going to do this, always a tough one. Of course, we've got the current spreadsheet. I will look to do a version 2 of this as soon as I can. Of course, time is such a sensitive thing when it's like, it's got to be out now, we've got to do it now. But what I did say in the video yesterday was that I wanted to, I've got some thoughts on this particular content, and as well, you've got some thoughts on this content. I can't ever say it's like, it's good. I'm just trying to remember, like, the last time there's been like really kind of like good content. Side quest content this month is something that, look, it is what it is. Like, you either like the symbiosis, trial of symbiosis, or you don't. You know, that's down to you individually. There's some things that I like about this content, but I'm also concerned about it. So I'm going to start off with like my concern of the content. My concern is it's falling into, and kabam love this word, cadence, is this kind of 5 energy per tile type endeavor. Now, as you know, Magica is going to come to an end, Magic Heist is going to come to an end, so therefore we're not recharging our energy quite as fast as before. It used to be, I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head, like with the boost we've got on it, if you're a non-spending player, it's something like it's 300 and something energy per day. For a sigil player, it's like 400 energy per day, 400 energy per day. So look, from this particular perspective, when it goes away, it's going to feel like a bit of a loss without it, because it's just going to feel costly to make mistakes. And that seems to be like something that kabam are doing right now. Winter of Woe is the first one, and Alliance Wars Showcase is the second one. The second 5 energy sink hole to commit yourself to stuff. Look, there are going to be people out there that kind of back kabam's decision. I just don't see it as a good thing right now, unless kabam can find a good alternative down the line to increase energy costs when it comes to content like this, because we could go down the route of like a 10 energy piece of content, which again, same issue, when you commit to it, it's going to cost you, and if it's per tile, again, it's going to cost you. I'm still trying to prep my team for the left side. There's some options that I'm possibly going to rank up. But what's this? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 energy. Look, if kabam put quests out like this, and I think we should have all known that this was kind of like the writing on the wall with the structure of kabam, of how they're putting quests out. When you look at things like the event quest, with the event quest structure changing, the way that, you know, you can go into like Conqueror, Uncollected, whatever, these lower ones, and see 5 energy, I think kabam already started testing us, and it's so weird because at times you look at Necropolis, you look at Paragon Gauntlet, and you look at the kind of energy cost stuff, and it's just. Yeah, it's just tough, really, because then it's like, well, I want to spend my units. There are energy refills out there. I've been picking them up from 4-hour daily crystals, which has been helpful. I've also been getting the Prime bundles, but then again, like, you have to be a Prime member to get that. That's 6 per month that you get. But those will go. Winter of Woe comes up, and I'll probably burn some of those because we've got the energy recharge gone. So that's one thing that I do find a little bit annoying. Also, exclusivity for this particular quest is Paragon Valiant players. From a roster perspective, it's, again, like, what is this all about? Like, sad for Thronebreaker players, really, that may have been able to do this, that may not want to make that jump up. But that's, again, this is a kabam like base thing. That's kind of like their structure for it. A kabam trying to get people to go up progressions. Yes, this is all about strategy. This is all about tactics, and this is what kabam are doing. So again, yeah, I don't know really what to say about that. I would have liked it to be open to a lot of other players to get them, feeling around, kind of making a jump up. But they're doing this exclusivity around these deathless pieces, which again, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird stuff. Oh, there was something else that I was kind of like I wanted to mention, but I can't remember what it is. So I'm just going to go to like a few kind of like takes, which I kind of like. I quite like, especially from Big Blue with it. Double medium parried. Obviously, I'll read the full context. The nodes are hardly the problem. You don't get a clear indication of which fights are tactic and which aren't. I thought all fights were tactic, so only tried decay options. And I think that's the issue, isn't it? Like the approach. Like I was thinking, I was going like, okay, I was actually going to set up a video guide that had just decay champions as a counter spread, the best counters, top counters, and loads of decay champions. But when you're in it, you kind of realize that it's kind of a free-for-all of these champions. So you kind of like, well, what's the strategy behind kabam kind of putting this out? And look, I'm happy to a degree that I'm using Hercules as an option, but shouldn't there be stuff like banned champions within it if it was kind of like echoing what Alliance Wars is? I don't know. There's a lot of kind of like, and kabam will love this word, cadence-based issues to what is the mantra of this particular showcase. It's so bizarre. I think even like I saw KT1 had a video about it, just kind of looking at, well, who's this content pitched at? There's kind of like, I think we're all just very confused by it, and it was just a piece of content to go, oh, let's throw this out there just so we could throw the deathless piece in it. Quite possibly. I guess it's different than how they did the last final piece, or whatever, because the last final piece is technically Winter of Woe. But in any case, whatever. And going back to what Big Blue says, every single problem with competitive content is grossly on display in this quest. Double medium parried, check. Light intercept gods, check. Evade, parry, punish on champions that can't evade, check. Get parried when the AI shows as stunned. Punish a special only to see my hit with, and then they dex after check. Dancing for 60 seconds trying to get a special check. I do agree with that. Doing the Sasquatch fight did annoy me a bit because there was times where it just wasn't throwing a special attack, or certain champions weren't throwing stuff, and that's a problem. Was the AI improved? The Defender AI, which we were told was going to be improved. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. It's like kabam. At times, it's like communication factor. I know they do transparency, but it's like this is the thing about community engagement, and with it. And this is the thing. kabam are going to this month do a big thing that is about community communication. I've just seen it, and it's good. But, and it will be announced, but it is, and I know this from having interacted, but having something similar. If someone asks a question, it needs an answer. My concern is what this communication factor will have is lots of players will have a lot of communications, a lot of chatter, a lot of things that require feedback from kabam, and the issue I have is like, how much will it be receptive? How receptive kabam are to receive feedback? Number 2, are they actually going to respond? Number 3, what does this do for the forums? Because that's, again, we're seeing a lot of time where there's a lot of complex questions that really require some answers. And, we get great insight from kabam Crashed. And it's nice for him and other members of kabam just to kind of jump in and just like answer against stuff. Give hope for the future. What are they working on? and stuff like that. It kind of puts us more engaged with Kabam, and that's the big thing where Kabam became very engaged with stuff, and then all of a sudden it feels like a lot of the time there's a lot of, well, we're drawing back from this. Like, we were quite close to you, now we're drawing back from you. We're close, back. And as I said, the Kabam crash-based interactions have been refreshing, interesting, and even like Kabam Mike dropping in, I'm not going to say they're completely bad, but I love the info about the crystals. You know, it's a little bit of data. I just thought, you know, that's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating to kind of know the extent of, if, you know, someone puts an accusation in, it's just, well, show the receipts. Have a chat, you know, show that stuff. Go against the militant people within the community that go, oh, Kabam bad for this reason. Well, you know, come on. Like, why are they bad? Well, you know, we could improve here. Be receptive to a little bit of, like, feedback and stuff like that. In any case, I've drawn away from the Alliance Wars showcase, you know, discussion. Look, there's ways around it, and that's the thing. I'm not going to be completely down and negative on the particular content. There are ways around it. Could I myself I've played better in this? Yeah, of course. I'm not kind of denying. I'm not kind of lying at that. There was some one shots that I did. There were some non-one shots that didn't go according to plan. This was an alright piece of content, but I would say there's always concern about where Kabam are going in this particular direction. If this was just kind of more of a one and done, yeah, okay. If this is coming back and lessons need to be learned in 3 months' time, that is still good. It's still good to put out stuff like this. Would I have liked to see maybe some better or interesting rewards? Yes, undoubtedly. And that is another kind of like major thing with investment, of what you get out from it, from the content that you go and do. So that's something that I kind of like, you know, I resonate with. But of course, it's down to you. There's some of the fights are just, some of the fights, my friends, absolutely some of the fights. That's all I have to say on that particular matter. But where do you align with this content? Is this something that's kind of ticked your boxes? Has it not? What is good about it? What is promising about it? Look, I'm all for Kabam doing some different things, new things, spicing it up, and they did spice it up. But it's always a learning process. With stuff with Kabam, even 10 years, nearly 10 years of this game, it just feels like every day is a learning day for Kabam, as to going, do you know what, was this the right thing to do for the community? Did the community enjoy it? Are we just making stuff for the community that they don't want to see? Those kind of questions Kabam need to ask of themselves those particular questions, and at times it does feel it's like it's them and us. It's like that Matilda thing, which I said about years ago. I'm big, you're little, I'm right, I'm wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's sometimes feeling like that. But yeah, I don't know, thoughts in the comment section about this. Check out some other content located on screen, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.